welcome back to my channel. So, you guys loved the first product set I purchased and never used video. I thought that I would do another one for you. So today it's kind of a products I purchased and never used slash products that I have rediscovered. So it's kind of a combination of the two. So I'm really excited about it. One of the things I'm most excited to try is this brush I got. It's from Crown. It looks like the Artiste brush, and I've been wanting to try one of these forever. And this came in my BoxyCharm, and I'm so stinking excited for it. So I'm going to spritz a little Fix Plus on it. That's where we're going to start. I've already put moisturizer on my face, and so the first thing we're going to do is prime our skin. I bought this Palladio Herbal Foundation Primer, which I feel like was one of Emily Noel's like favorite products, and it was a long time ago, you guys, and I have legitimately never opened it. There's like a cap on it, and it just like fell off because I have never used it. So let's see what we got. It looks to be like a silicone type based primer, so let's just try it out. I don't like to touch these too much because they can start to like ball or pill up on your face. I'm just kind of putting it in the center of my face. We are going to try this foundation. This is my Laura Mercier Silk Cream Oil-Free Foundation. I bought this thinking I bought the matte version, and this was like the one for drier, like normal skin, and I bought this like a long time ago, like 8 months ago when my skin was still pretty oily, and I have never used it because I like tried it and I was like, wait, this is too dewy for me, but I think it might be perfect for my dry skin now. So I'm going to give it a good shake. The color I have is sand beige, and I'm hoping that it matches. I'm traveling today, so I want to do like a little bit more like low-key natural makeup. My sister graduates this this weekend, which is really exciting. I'm going to put that directly on my brush. It's a little, actually it's a pretty good match. Oh my gosh, you guys, this brush. Oh my gosh, and this foundation, do you see that coverage? That gave really good, like medium coverage. Oh my gosh, this brush is going to be my new favorite thing of life. This came in my BoxyCharm, did I already say that? Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to try this type of brush so bad. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Oh, it feels so good. Like these bristles are so soft, but they're really densely packed. So you get like a lot of control in I don't feel like it's absorbing a lot of product, and it's not streaking. Guys, it's not even streaking a little bit. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this foundation and this brush right now. Because this feels so good, and it blended everything seamlessly, and Crown brushes are so affordable. I'm literally shocked. I'm obsessed right now. Like, do you even see like the foundation, the brush, just everything? Oh yeah, I just could rub this on my face forever. I don't know if I've ever loved a brush that much right away. Whoa, I love it though. I'm gonna definitely be packing that to take with me on my trip. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is put on my concealer. I am revisiting my Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer. This is the shade in Warm Beige, and I used to love this concealer, you guys. Like, would be totally obsessed with this concealer. Haven't used it in forever. I'm also going to take an old brush. This is a Sigma Precision Taper Brush. It's a synthetic brush. You can see I did hit pan on this, so I used to really love it. It is a pretty, like, thick concealer. So I'm going to kind of place it with this smaller brush. And then I'm going to go back in with that foundation brush. Oh my gosh, you guys see, I'm going to put a little around my nose here. Down the center of my nose. Need a little more covered on my chin. And I think I'm going to take my sculpting brush, or this is the Expert face brush, sorry. And just kind of like bounce that in. It's a little bit easier to work with, I think, than the round brush is a little hard to like pat for concealer purposes. So we are going to be baking today, which I haven't been doing very often at all, but I want to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to take my Real Techniques orange sponge here and my MAC Prep and Prime. I'm actually just going to spritz with a little Fix Plus. So it's just like slightly damp, but I didn't like dampen the whole sponge. We just don't need to for just baking. You don't even like need it to be wet to bake, but I kind of like the way that it melts in a little bit easier. I'm using my MAC Prep and Prime. Did I already say that? I don't know. I'm just going to kind of really just press that in. So anyway, I'm going to brush through my brows and use this new compact that I got from the Brow Gal by Tonya Crooks. This came in my Birchbox. I'm going to take a combination, let's see what I want to do. I think I'm going to take a little bit of this guy and a little bit of this guy and just kind of start to fill in my brows. I may use another brow product here. I don't know. I'm not like, I haven't worked with just powders in a long time, but I used to really like the way that they looked. And right now my brows do have a pretty good shape, so let's see if we can make it happen. I like doing the combination of the two, so it's not just like all one-dimensional and one color, but it does seem to be working really well. Do you guys see that? Definitely darkened up my brow. Oh, yes. Oh, I really like that. So, let's wipe off our bake now. I'm just going to take like a fan brush, kind of use it to just wipe off the excess powder. I'm going to use this NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation. This is a really good match for me. It's the shade Nude 02, and I love this like e.l.f. big fluffy powder brush. So this will give like a little more coverage, but more than that, it'll just really help to set the face and make sure everything is not going to move and is going to be like good and solid all day long. Yeah, we done with that. So now we move on to eyes, and I'm so excited, you guys. I bought this a couple months ago. It's the Violet Voss Pro Palette, the Ride or Die palette. You saw this in my April collective haul, but I've had it for a while. Haven't used it, so excited. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to go into Abigail and Erica. Abigail, my name though, so I got to use that shade. And this is going to be our transition color. So just place that in the crease. They don't require like a ton of time. They're really just easy, and I appreciate that. Good for beginners too. And this is a really affordable palette. I mean, look how many you get. Look how many eyeshadows you get. That's insane. And I believe it's really like pretty affordable. I'm going to go in to a combination of the color Emma and Allison. Tap off the excess, and this is just kind of like a fluffy blending brush. Doesn't look like there's much left on the brush. Oh yeah, no there is. And place this in all over the lid. Oh, it's like such a pretty opal-y pink. Can you guys see that? It's gorgeous. I'm going to flip that brush around, and I'm going to take a little bit of Ashley right here. Tap off the excess, and I'm going to put that in the outer corner just to darken it up slightly. I'm going to add a little bit of a neutral brown. We're going to take Josie. It's a slightly warm brown, but it'll just help us darken it up. Just kind of place the shadow. Do it really lightly. I'm going to take a little more of the chocolatey brown. I don't want it to be like too red. And I'm going to take a flat shader brush. This is a BWM Tools 758, and this is like a super metallic shadow, so make sure that you tap off the excess. I'm going to move my mirror a little bit closer. And I'm going to try to put this kind of in the center of the lid and just really pat. Do you see just how it's adding some crazy cool shine to that? Ooh, yes. It's just going to kind of transform the eyeshadow a little. And I'm kind of putting it everywhere now. It's like, how freaking stunning is that? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? I'm going to take lightly the brush we used with Allison and those like shimmery shades, dust it off a little bit, and then just really gently go over that line in between to smoke it out. And then don't touch the rest. So I'm not going to add any dramatic liner today. I don't want to. I think that it'll be like too much for where I'm going and whatnot. So I'm just going to add a little bit to the lower lash line, as I always like to do. So I'm going to take my pencil brush here. This is a MAC 210, I believe. And I'm going to take a little bit of Abigail and a little bit of Ashley. And I'm just going to run this in the outer third of the lower lash line. You could use a darker brown too if you don't want to use like the reddish brown. just to kind of smoke out that lower lash line just a little bit. All right, now we're gonna use mascara. I'm using two of my old favorites. This is the Hypnose Drama by Lancome. I have a sample of it, and my Clinique Bottom Lash. So I'm gonna use the Hypnose Drama, obviously, on the top lashes, and then the Clinique on the bottom. This is such a good mascara. I seriously always forget about it, but it's so good. It's one of my favorite. I love the Lancome Definicils too, but this is like so good for lengthening and volumizing. It coats every single lash, but doesn't get all over your upper lash line, you know what I'm talking about? And when you're not doing liner, you really want to make sure that you're really clean at the base of your lash line. Now time for some bronzer. I want to use my highlight and contour palette. I think I'm going to take a small kind of contour type brush. I'm going to take a little bit of this color here. This is Contour 1. It's a little bit gray, but I want to use Contour 2. Looks like a good kind of bronzer. Maybe we're just going to kind of see. This might be too gray, but let's kind of just apply it. It's got some pigment, but it doesn't look too gray, which is good. Actually, I like it. Pretty. I don't want like a really extreme contour. I'm just carving out my cheekbones just a little, and then I'm going to lay over top of it with some bronzer. Going to take my bronzer brush and take Contour 2. See if we can get a good bronzy color with it. Yeah, that's a good like warm, it's a good warm color. These aren't like so pigmented that they're hard to work with, which I really don't like with bronzers, that they're like so pigmented that they're patchy and just like hard to blend out. So these are really good. Look at that. That's pretty. I really like this palette. This I got in my BoxyCharm again. I kind of like the combination of this like contour and bronze that I did. I don't contour very much anymore, to be honest. And you know me with bronzer right now. More is better. More is more, but I love it. Then an oldie but goodie is my NARS Deep Throat Blush. I love this blush, and so I thought I would use it today. It's a really pretty, like pinky corally color. Do you see? I do really like this one. It's a pretty color. Matches our eyes really well too. And then as always, I always take my foundation brush usually and stipple it out. Just kind of like go over the lines to make sure it all looks really nice and even. Now we're going to take our highlight, and I'm going to use that Laura Mercier with my highlight brush. I love this. This is what we use on the eyes. It's so beautiful, but I haven't used it very much. I used it like the first week I got it and then not again, but it's so stunning. So the camera cut out just when I started putting this on, but do you guys see this highlight though? Do you see that right now? It is like a more blinding highlight, so if you don't like that style, this won't be the one for you. But I always buff it out. I'll show you. So I turn the brush around and I kind of just like buff it out on my cheeks and on my forehead a little bit, and then I always take my brush and stipple it out just a little bit, and that really does give it more of a natural look. And we're going to set the face before we do lips. Urban Decay All Nighter. This is like an oldie but goodie, like my favorite product ever for setting spray. Melt into the skin, baby. Yes. I love setting sprays. They just make everything look a little bit more natural. Really loving our makeup today, you guys. Oh, I love this kind of video, rediscovering some old products. So good. So we're going to use this. I purchased it months ago, never used it. It is the Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick in the color, I have no idea. Babe Alert. It kind of looks like it's separated. My sister just called me. So it's in Babe Alert. It looks like it kind of separated in here. I've never used it. Weird. Ooh, that is like a pretty pinky coral. Ooh. So I'm kind of obsessed with this color. It's like a perfect spring color, and it goes with our look so well. Oh my gosh. And the formula is so opaque. and it's really drying down so quickly. It's not accentuating like any lines or anything like that, and I think it looks really nice. So this is the finished look, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of video, give it a thumbs up. I think it's kind of fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Instead of just creating like celebrity-inspired tutorials and things like that, I'm having a lot of fun rediscovering some products that I might really love. But I kind of like getting ready with you. Like, I got ready for the day. I tried a ton of new products that I purchased, never used, or rediscovered some old favorites, and I'm really digging this. I'm really digging it. I think, like, I gave you my thoughts throughout it, so I don't feel like I need to like wrap it up for you, but I just love this type of video. I love it. This is like one of my favorites right now. So if you like it, give it a thumbs up so I know. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Mwah!